think if I push on that, so he could bring junk and dump it on the back. All right, I'm digging a deep hole right now, so we can get, you know, a solid 8 feet of water. I'm digging around this rock formation. Of course, you know, it's only the biggest pond project of my life by far, and my laser goes out right when I need it. I mean, literally. And they're calling for rain tomorrow. So I asked the builder, I was going to run into town and just get another one. I asked the builder if he had one we could borrow, and he sent for his other guy. He's supposed to be here in an hour, and needless to say, we're getting past that. So we can't tell if we're at grade or not. So it's really kind of got us in a spot where we're just building it higher and higher now. Because you can have too much, but if you don't have enough and you start putting rocks and garbage on it, well, then you're going to have problems. So we're just making this hole. I'm going to compact it with the bucket the best that I can down in there. And then I'm going to go get a pipe from the house. I'm going to get a 12-inch, 20-foot pipe for the overflow. Let's just hope we can wrap this up today. We still got a lot of grading to do once we actually finally know when we're at the grade. Amazing how you rely on certain things. You know, I mean, you can eyeball it, you can use a string and all that BS, but it's just not the same as having the level, the laser. So we'll keep picking away at it. Now we're kind of just grading the bottom and shaping it. We're thinking we're high enough for the dam and the core trench. The laser's on its way. It's supposed to be here in 35 more minutes. And then I'll run and get the pipe, and hopefully, fingers crossed, if we're high enough, then we can build up the rest of the dam and try to, you know, finish this off. But let me give you a look here quick. There's the big hole. It's kind of a bean shape. That's a big rock formation, that hump right there. It's looking really good, really pretty. Fingers crossed, but I got to fill a bunch more dirt there. He's going to add it there to the dam, and I'm going to just finish shaping out here a little bit. The water should come up to somewhere up right here at the top where I'm blading. Should come up to roughly right up in here somewhere. Of course, this is another rock right here. The spot here, he's risking tipping over. I've got to figure out how I want to push him. You think if I push on that and you go backwards? All right, so once again, the cameras just don't do it justice. So he's risking tipping over towards us right now. He hit a soft spot, and he don't want to move forward or reverse. So I'm going to put my boom and my bucket pushing on the box blade in the back, and he's going to try and back it out that way. When you get the dam so big and narrow, it gets sketcy at the top. Whew. whenever he cut that for me, that or he's going to do it with the tractor. Right here is where loose dirt meets the hard pack stuff. Alright, now I'm sitting on a pond dam and I'm tying in the core trench, if you will, and all the junk that was behind there. So we'll widen out the dam a little bit, get a little bit of a grade on it. Still waiting on the laser though. So you know, we added some more good dirt on top. We're hoping we got plenty on the whole dam, but we won't know yet for a while. But it's starting to come together for sure. Give you a look here. Looking really, really good. I mean, looking really pretty. Really nice. Alright, time to break out the laser, see how close we're getting. It's getting really wet down in there. So this narrow spot up here, I made a ramp there for Phil, so he could bring junk and dump it on the back side of that narrow part for some more width. Phil wants me to set this big rock right on top, right on top of this big rock formation down here. Hopefully that's the laser that just got here. Okay, so real quick, this is a scene later in today's episode, but you can clearly see this is much deeper than what it looks like, you know, with the GoPro cameras on the machines. All right, here's a midstream look. Starting to get a little sketchy here on the top because we're starting to make some height here. Hitting a lot of rock and really wet stuff now down there, so we'll just take our time. I'm trying to build it out more for Phil so it ain't as treacherous here on the inside as we get higher, but soon we'll be able to track back into the crappy stuff and blend it all together. So here you can see she's getting a little narrow. I just built all that up, otherwise you had a drop off right there. So we got to beef up the back here a little more. So this is going to be a beautiful pond. Fingers crossed I don't get a leak in it. I mean, we're hitting some rocks, but the Compaction seems like it should be sufficient. We'll find out. All right, another midstream look. We're getting close, but I know we got a ways to go yet. And we're hitting more and more rock. Like that's a rock shelf there. I don't know if you could see it. And I hit a pretty big rock shelf in here. And this is just muck. So I'm hoping we can get enough dirt to get up to the water level. After the water level, we got plenty of dirt around the place. I mean, they got it stacked all up top and that. So just getting up to the water level, then I'm gonna go get an overflow pipe. There you can see some of the size of these rocks in here. Pretty good ones. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have cut these trees down. I should have known better that the dam was going to come farther back, but it is what it is. I mean, they're not in the core trench, and they'll just end up dying out. All right, so now we got a big boulder in here, like a rock shelf. We don't know if we're high enough because my laser quit. We accidentally dropped it, so we're waiting for a laser. So in the meantime, I'm gonna try and dig a hole right here in this sloppy stuff because I want to get 8 foot deep if I can. And I'm gonna sit right on that. That big dirt, that's all a big rock. So I'm gonna sit on that with the excavator and try to dig around it and see what happens. What's your guess?
I think it's above my head. For sure.
We'll find out. Here's the laser.
Right here is 6 foot. I think we're 7. But
Well,
by the time you put the pipe and another foot of dirt, that'll make 8.
well, no, once we put the pipe in, that's the top water.
Sorry, you're